Hey, welcome back to another video. I'm super excited about this video because it is one of the hardest things about marketing online, and that's understanding the high-level strategy with how you're going to get results online. If you're already doing really well on Facebook, you can feel free to skip this and go ahead and go to the second module. But if you're frustrated with the results you're getting, or if you're new to internet marketing, especially Facebook, then you're definitely going to want to take some time and go through this video, because I'm going to go really high level and kind of break down some of the things you must know before spending any money on Facebook. So this is going to be a slide only video, and let's get into it. All right. So it was about a year ago when somebody broke this down in this kind of analogy to me, and it was one of those light bulb aha moments. And so today I want to share that with you guys. So a pyramid obviously is a great way to kind of share some high level strategy type stuff. And this pyramid is not just for Facebook, it's for any marketing, any kind of sales really. So I just want to run through this example with you that I was taught about a year ago. So the essence of your marketing. The essence, if you look up the word, is like the soul of something, right? It's kind of hard to explain exactly what it is, but at the very top level of your marketing, this is how everything comes down. So in my mind, your USP, which is your unique selling proposition, that kind of encompasses your essence, right? Your core values, whether or not you publish those publicly or just have them up on your wall. Those are kind of the essence of your business and will trickle down into your marketing. So at the core, it's like, why would a visitor coming to your website trust you and want to do business with you? That's the essence of your business, okay? All right, so then down from that is the principles. Now the principles are marketing rules that everyone must follow. A good analogy here is like gravity. Like we're all constrained to the bounds of gravity, at least on Earth. So in terms of marketing though, like there's principles of having a good offer, right? People that have good offers sell things that people want in enticing ways. Those are the people who tend to have the most success with their marketing. The things that come to my mind are those infomercials late at night. If you end up getting sucked into one of those, you might not actually want to buy it, but you'll just sit there and watch it, and it's just really well put together, and the offer at the end is like a no-brainer. So if you're in the market for, say, a new knife or a chicken rotisserie or whatever, it makes complete sense to buy it because the offer is so compelling. And then down from that is the strategy. And the strategy is, of course, how you're going to stand out from the crowd. So this is, doing a 3-part video series on Facebook. This is a blog post that breaks down a very complex topic, right? So these are different ways to deliver the principle or the message, the offer that you're giving to people. I feel like the essence of the marketing gets skipped a lot when people start running Facebook ads. And the principles even more than that, where they just go straight to strategy and they're like, okay, what hack can I implement right now? What blog post can I read to like game the system and find this like little nuance? There's actually one level below this, which I didn't include on that, and that's tactics, which is the actual like clicking of the buttons and setting things up in Facebook, which is what this course will cover in more detail. But I wanted to take some time and kind of break down this analogy. Okay. So moving on, the secret to Facebook traffic is something that the best Facebook marketers know, and I want to just run through a couple of these things and kind of just briefly talk about them just so we can get our mind in the right place before going into this course and getting into the tactics a little more. So you have to know where Facebook fits into your overall marketing. I'll cover this in a little bit more detail here shortly, but my favorite thing is like thinking about where is traffic, like who is your ideal customer? Where are they going? What are they doing online? And then getting in front of them. If that's on Facebook, amazing, great, go do that. If it's on Google search, okay, great, go do that. But then realize maybe Facebook is a good plan B, or it's a marketing activity you can do to test, but go where the traffic is. So if SEO is working for you, great. Just like keep improving that until you're ready to build Facebook on and you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. Okay, does that kind of make sense? All good Facebook marketers know how to spend $1,000 to make it return $10,000. And we'll go into that in the next video where we're going to break down the math, and you have to be really knowledgeable about, what kind of cost per lead calculations do you need to run to figure out your max cost per click, all that kind of stuff. And so the best marketers will put in some money, and they know running through their system, money will end up on the back end. A lot of people, this is how I was when I first started Facebook marketing. I put $100 in, $200, get a couple leads, think I was doing great, but then I'd realize that the cost per lead wasn't going to scale, and I'd almost break even if I were able to close a deal on one of those leads. So the math just didn't make sense, and that's how you run out of business. When to spend more and when to dial back. So that's getting really comfortable with like click-through rates, your reach, your frequency, all that kind of stuff. The best marketers know when to increase their spend and when to bring it back or end a campaign. So I'll talk a little bit more about those numbers, especially in the later part of the course. I'll have a whole module on how to get those out of Facebook and which are the most important to look at. I call those KPIs, key performance indicators. And then finally, the best marketers know that quitting is not an option. I fall victim to this all the time, even now, where I spend a lot of money on an ad or a campaign and I want to pull the plug on it. But all good campaign, like you have to understand Facebook's job is to get traffic from Facebook to your website, okay? From there, it's on you to like start dialing in the conversion rate, the follow-up, all these other like little levers you can tweak. So knowing that the best marketers know quitting is not an option. It's just like, what can I fix next? What can I tweak now? Okay. So going into a little bit more detail on this, if this overwhelms you, it should. These are all the different types of marketing activities that you could and should probably be testing on your real estate website. There's a couple on here that might not be so applicable, but like SEO, blog and blogging, social bookmarking, Q&A sites, podcasting, webinars, like all this type of stuff could be used on your real estate website. So where does Facebook fit into all this, right? Like to me, Facebook is a great way to bring traffic quick and cheaply to your website. So it's input output. Like you're gonna have to put money in to get money out. SEO, on the other hand, is a long-term strategy where it might take 6 months to a year to start ranking for keywords, but then it's just like free traffic and free leads. So you just have to look at your, like maybe SEO is the long game and then pay-per-click, so like AdWords and Facebook is how you're going to run your business while you're building out your SEO. And then once you have those systems in place, you can maybe like systematize them, step away, hire a VA to come in, do some blogging. You just have to understand how you're going to bolt all these pieces onto your business, okay? Earlier I talked about putting 1,000 in, getting 10,000 out. This is just an ROI calculation. We're going to cover that in the next video. But if you don't know how many leads it takes to close a deal or how many clicks to your website and like what your conversion rate is, those are things you're going to want to start jotting down and try to figure out, because you have to know those to run a successful Facebook campaign, or you're going to end up spending way too much, or more commonly than not enough, okay? And again, so I'll show you in Ads Manager how to pull some of this out, but you want to look at things like these little levers I was talking about, right? Which are like your click-through rate and your frequency and some of these kind of things, your cost per click. And if you can get 1 or 2 to go up, your ROI can have a big shift. So we'll talk a little bit more about how to get these numbers. And then finally, quitting is not an option. This is one of my favorite illustrations of, kind of the mindset you have to have going into Facebook marketing. I was talking to a guy who runs a lot of Facebook ads for real estate investors, and he gave me a great line, and I kind of want to just reiterate it to you guys today. He said, how would you feel month 3? We haven't done any deals. We haven't got any leads from Facebook. Are you thinking, holy crap, I'm going to go out of business? Or are you thinking, okay, let's figure out what's broken and let's fix it because I know this can work? And that's kind of the mindset you have to have with Facebook. I know very few people who are able just to immediately turn Facebook marketing on and just have like a huge number of qualified leads. Sure, you can, trick people, if you will, into becoming a lead, but these dollar leads that you're seeing from some of these internet marketers on Instagram and stuff, these are for like information products and, e-commerce type stuff. With something as specific as a motivated seller, you're going to have to pay a little bit of money to get in front of them in order for them to, to build the trust and have them opt in on your website. So you have to be comfortable with that time and the money that it's going to take to get there. Okay. So that's kind of wrapping it up for that section. I want to just quickly talk about the secret to Facebook traffic. I titled this module, if you will, and I want to give you guys something that I think is going to be very, very big in the next year or two with Facebook marketing. It's always shifting and it's always changing, but it really comes down to one thing. The one thing that will separate you from everybody else running Facebook ads in your market is engagement. So what does engagement mean? Engagement is people, commenting on your posts, liking your post, sharing your post, and this can be done in a bunch of different ways. You can have ads where you're literally asking people to drop a comment. You can have ads that are maybe a little controversial to kind of, get some people one way or the other engaging with you. You can share a lot of content organically too, which is just posting, blog content and any kind of content on your business's Facebook page to help people and to get them commenting, asking questions, saying yes, things like that. And the reason why engagement is the secret to Facebook traffic is not from me saying that. It's actually from Mark Zuckerberg. He recently had a conference where he said that Facebook is changing the newsfeed, and basically what's happening is the algorithm is going to give more priority to posts from friends and less from advertisers. So just really quick understanding, the last couple years, Facebook's platform for advertisers has basically been like direct ask and direct ad type stuff where it's like, buy this, buy this, buy this. Facebook's realizing that it's kind of degrading the integrity of their platform, and they really want to have a strong focus on coming back to what Facebook originally was, which is a social network where you hear from people you want to hear from and not brands. So knowing that, you have to adjust slightly with your strategy. That doesn't mean you can't run direct ask ads, because that's still, viable and people are, doing millions of dollars in sales doing that. But it just means that you have to be conscious of like, how can I give Facebook what it wants while also giving my leads and my business what it wants? So that's the number one secret I can give you about Facebook traffic, is to get higher rankings in the algorithm and to get more traffic to your website. Think engagement. Always think engagement. Okay? All right. And in the next video, we're going to talk about some more of that math on how to calculate your cost per lead. All right. So we'll see you there.